Legend tells of a place that only exists at the last toll of the midnight bell. Tucked away between the shadows of the night and the thin lines of reality. It's been sought by many, but only found by a chosen few. Some say it's a place full of fear and jealousy. Others, a place of happiness and wonder. But it's hard to tell, since no one has ever returned.
This can't be happening.
I do not believe it. It cannot be real.
The portal awaits you.
Sometimes, events force us to reconsider the decisions that affect our lives. Yet, it is sometimes argued that the decision-making process is entirely mechanical, that we are little more than living automatons going about an existence predetermined by the world around us. To what extent are we truly free? Is complete freedom even desirable?
Log entry 5. I don't know if anyone will ever hear these logs, but just in case anything happens, and this log survives, I suppose somebody should know the story. It's been an uneventful trip so far. We've been taking it slow. Elora, our resident elf, is having a hard time getting used to the trucker's life. And T.R.A.C.I and I are having a hard time getting used to the elvish shield maiden's way of life. But I've got to admit, she's trying. So it's hard to get angry at her, especially after what happened on the second day. 4 guys tried to rob us. Let's just say, I'm glad she was on my side. That's how easy she made it look. I hope those guys had a good medical plan. Anyway, we need to stop for some supplies, so I'm gonna go set her down for the night in a clearing that T.R.A.C.I found. Hopefully, we'll find a way home soon. Howler out. Bad landing if I do say so myself. And I do say so myself since you never do.
The reason I do not say anything is because you do not do it. I am the one who takes care of all the little details involved in our safe landings.
Yeah. But I'm the one who pushes the little button that says deploy landing gear. And you've gotta admit, that's pretty important.
Sometimes I wonder why I've been cursed with a driver like you.
Aw, come on, you know you love me. After all, I did get rid of those driver override protocols, and I even upgraded your voice file, so you actually sound kinda cute now.
I sounded fine before, but I will admit, The override protocols were annoying, so I guess I will give you a pass on that one.
Good. Now that we're stopped, you can give those sweet little engines their beauty rest. And I can't think of anything better to do than to join them.
You know better than that, Howler. DOT regulations require an inspection and inventory before we can bed down for the night.
Are you serious? I mean, there isn't a DOT officer within 1,000,000 miles of here?
Regulations are regulations.
Oh, of course. Just because we've gone through some kind of wormhole and all we have to fix things is paper clips and prayers, doesn't mean my rig's AI doesn't need to tell me exactly why we're going to turn ourselves into a black hole the next time we try to start our engines.
Exactly.
You know, sometimes I wonder...
Hello, children. Are we having another loving?
No. He's been obstinate again. What is so funny?
You laughed because I was practicing my sarcasm. Strange human ritual, if you ask me. And you didn't notice?
I am not programmed for that stuff.
Of course you're not. It's not a problem. What did I interrupt?
Well, at least someone here respects me. This sorry excuse for a human refuses to do the pre-trip inspections.
Oh, so now I'm...
Aww, it's alright, Greg. Besides, we could both stand to stretch our legs a bit before you sleep.
Alright, talk me into it. You and those big blue eyes. But none of that elvish bodyguard stuff now.
Alright, I won't say a word.
Well, I guess that means we'll be stepping out for a bit. Tracy, you want to give me that inventory while I work?
Sure. Just give me a moment to access the gauges.
I'll be outside.
How did you do that? All he ever does is argue with me. But you say 3 words and off he goes.
It's simple. I try to remain calm. Don't remind him of things he obviously already knows, and try to suggest how he might benefit from what he has to do. And the big blue puppy eyes don't hurt either. Another strange custom you humans have. Anyway, I have to go now. Elvish bodyguard thing.
Yes, I am with you there. Thank you.
It would be cruel of me not to tell you. Besides, even though he doesn't see it, you are a good dragon, even if that's not the correct term.
Okay, Tracy, you want to start that inventory?
Sure. Stop me if you have a problem. Main fuel reserves, 27%. Auxiliary fuel cells, 96%.
Okay.
You know, you should take it easier on your... What's your phrase? Artificial intelligence.
I'd love to. But she just doesn't get it. You heard her, she's not programmed for that stuff. Nobody wants her to learn more than I do, but she's just not all there. There are just places where she can't go any further. She's just not...
Emergency air control functional.
human. Or elvish.
Trade 1, cell battery normal.
Besides, it's not like some big daddy computer is gonna come down and punish me for the sins I didn't really commit.
You never know.
Well, I'll try. Again. Anyway, the inspection is done. You see anything suspicious out there? Elora? Elora?
I'm afraid she won't answer you. Not ever again. Unless you do exactly as we tell you.
Okay, you've got the guns.
Maybe you're not as stupid as you look. Frisk him.
Hey! What the... Hey! What's the big idea?
So all you had was this weapon and this communication device. Pathetic. So let's see how the signaler works.
What is it? I'm done and ready.
We have your companions. Let us in, or first, we'll kill them, and then... Come on, it's him! Kill him!
He's out! Get our people out of here! Take the elf! This isn't over, creature!
Aw, jeez. This just isn't my day. I hope you're not here to rob me too, cause you're kind of too late.
Nope. Just trying to get you out of a jam. My name's Pete, by the way.
They call me Howler. Who were those guys? Why would they want my truck? Where's Elora?
Whoa, Howler. One question at a time. If you mean that elf girl, they took her with them.
What? Oh no. Tracy.
And there's more. You got your wish in spades. Those things work for a rogue AI that calls itself the Overlord. It's kind of like your Big Daddy computer. Nobody really knows where it came from. Probably popped in through a random wormhole, like you did, if I guessed right. If you try to take them on the way you are, you'll lose.
Why are you telling me this?
Well, let's just say, to use your idioms, that I'm kind of like your funny old uncle computer who shows up at family get-togethers and embarrasses everyone. I even look just like what you'd call the Overlord, because we're both using remote-controlled robots for bodies, and they happen to be the same model.
Okay. This is weird. What is it nowadays? So, how did
You
that...
stole one from me. Now for the embarrassing part.
Wait a minute, you don't expect me to believe it. No, of course, your arm can change into a gun. Silly me. I'd like to wake up now.
Yeah, sorry about this, by the way.
Why are you sorry?
I can't move!
Remember when I said that if you came up against the Overlord, you'd lose? Well, I'm gonna do something about that.
What are you doing?
I'm just gonna deposit some information directly into your brain. It should come in handy. That's why I'm putting this thing on your head. I'll take it off again when I'm done.
Why did you shoot me so I can't move?
Because putting the information in hurts like hell.
What the? Oh, God.
There. Done. The stun will wear off any time now. Guess I'll be on my way.
But...
Oh, one other thing. When you use the homing beacon on that little wrist ring of yours to track down the hunting party, be careful. They have air defenses. I'm probably gonna regret this, but here's something to replace that pea shooter they took off you. You should know how to use it now. Don't let them get this one.
Howler, answer me. What is going on?
Glad you could make it to the party, Tracy. Why the hell didn't you warn us?
I can only do one thing at a time. You asked me to give the inventory list. If you'd asked me to scan the area for thugs, then I would have done that. But you did not.
Alright. Right, I suppose I should have done that myself.
Are you alright?
Yeah. Could you scan the area now?
Nothing on short range. Long range isn't working at the moment. But I'm detecting a small object next to the truck.
Yeah, I see it. It looks like a box. Holy Buck Rogers, an Electrovolt Mark IV lightning pistol! One cell on these things shoots 1,000 rounds, and I know everything about how to use it. Pete, if I ever run into you again, I'll hug you. Just as soon as I get finished shooting you.
Are you sure you are feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's this mind thing. Put this thingy in my head. Well, on my head. Never mind. I don't even know what the hell he did, but whatever it was, it's working.
Are you sure you are feeling okay? And where is the radio?
I was attacked twice. What do you think? They stole it.
I think...
I'm fine. And you will be too, in a moment. I've got to transfer a little bit of power from one of these quantum supercapacitors into main storage.
I don't believe it! Main power storage is back up to 67%.
And now, we're gonna use it to get Elora back.
They stole her too?
Yeah. But not for long. Let's get fired up.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid here, not a combat ship.
Don't worry. If things turn out the way I want them to, there won't even be a single scratch on your paint job.
And if they do not turn out that way?
I've got a feeling that you won't have to worry about that. But if you're interested, I'm going to do the risk-taking. If I don't make it, you just find Elora. Take off and get as far down the road as you can. You're my girl. I'm going to take care of you. Now, how's that pre-flight warm-up coming?
I'm going to regret this. All systems are ready.
Great. Now, let's check the long-range radar and see if we can home in that transponder.
Long-range radar isn't...
You were saying?
How did you... never mind. I do not want to know. Radar on.
Okay. And there it is. Can you get us close enough so we can see what's going on?
I hope we do not get shot at.
Okay, Tracy, lower the passenger side shield. Let's have a look. Well, Beta 3 class slave transport. 6 engines, remote controlled, but easy to break into and hijack if you know what you're doing. Can you drop me by the forward dorsal hatch over there?
Howler, how do you know all this? You have never seen one of those before.
I've already told you. There's no time to explain everything right now, okay? Just trust me. You're my girl, and I won't let you down. So now that it's taking off, drop me right there and get to safety.
This goes against my better judgment. I hope you know what you're doing.
No worries, Tracy. The dorsal hatch on a Beta 3 is undefended. Just hit the lock mechanism and it opens right up. You're in, and from there it's only a short walk to the command bridge. Sit down in the pilot's chair, press a few buttons, and no more remote control. You're in charge. See? Easy.
I take it back. You sound like you know... It is just the how part I am confused about.
You and me both. See you on the other side. The radar screen shows some escort drones. All remote controlled. Tracy moved off. Awesome, that's my girl. Keep that paint job fresh. And all I have to do is hold the ship steady. Wait until the drones are close enough. Slide the old magic fingers over the radio and... instant jamming signal. Drones are all dead in the air. Now, just to fire up the anti-personnel defenses, let's set them to stun and clear out a few thugs. Get close to the ground and open up the cages, let all the people go. Now, we set the autopilot to take off. 10 minutes should do the trick. Now, all I have to do is get my skinny little behind out of here and into the crowd. Whoa. Who do we have here? If it isn't Elora's father, the leader of the elves.
Howler, did you do all of this?
It would be easy to say I did. After all, I am the Howler. But no, not without help. And right now, I need your help. You've got to get everyone away from the slave hauler. And in a hurry, too.
Why?
Look up at those escort drones. Those are heat-seeking missiles. There's another wave on the way. That's why.
The perimeter is secure now, Father. Your orders.
We need to evacuate. Now! Help get it done!
Yes, Father. With your leave, Howler.
Oh, Can you do me a small favor and get my wrist transponder? If I have it, I can contact T.R.A.C.I. And she's kind of upset that I lost it in the first place. Gotta keep the little dragon happy, you know?
Oh, you must mean this.
Wow, you are good. Thanks. Go get him, Elora. Show him what a real shield made can do. T.R.A.C.I, can you hear me?
Howler, what is happening?
Home in on this signal. Come in for a landing. We don't have much time.
Are you kidding? These are missiles coming.
Don't worry. Those are heat-seeking missiles. And I've arranged for a distraction. A Beta 3 makes a lot more heat than a grav tractor. When it gets airborne, they'll all home in on it. And not you. You'll have a clear path. Trust me. Howler out.
Okay, if you say so. I can do that.
Did I hear you right? You're sending that thing to be destroyed?
Yes. And that's why I need you to get everybody away from it.
Certainly. And good riddance.
There she goes. And here they come. And here comes my rig. Get as many of your people as possible in, and let's get out of here before they come after us with the reinforcements. You do have someplace to go, no?
Actually, yes.
That fire sure feels good. Thanks for sharing. I'm sorry I couldn't do better for you. I did try.
Perhaps I owe you an apology, Howler. I was a bit short with you the first time we met.
If this is why, I can understand you being preoccupied. It can't be easy running a whole shield maiden plan thingy with an evil computer out to get you.
Nonetheless, something occurred to me after you left. Something I should have mentioned. When Amelia Earhart lived with us, she and I spoke at length about her people and their ways. Naturally, at one point, the conversation turned to law. She told me that your world is ruled as a series of nation-states, each with its own laws.
Yep, that about covers it.
Well then, if you'll pardon my asking, which nation's laws are you subject to here? Whose regulations must you follow?
I haven't thought of that. Elder. Maybe that wise thing they say about you isn't so far-fetched after all.
I was foolish before, when I so arrogantly forced our law on you, without so much as an explanation. The privilege of rule can do that to an elf. Perhaps it is the same with you humans.
You have no idea how true that is. Wish the DOT thought that way.
Then certainly I'm wise enough not to turn away a friend. Would you like some stew?
I think I'll take a rain check.
If that means what I think it means, I'm not surprised. I saw your face the last time you had some. I couldn't help you for fear of how Jaloo would have taken it. One never insults an elvish warrior. Between you and me, his was a bit salty for my taste. But my heart went out to you regardless. This batch is different. Frena is making it now.
What happened to Jaloo?
The Overlord took him a day or two ago. Sacrificed himself to give us time, but it didn't matter. The Overlord's magic is strong. You are the first mage I have ever seen defeated. Your power must be strong indeed. Stronger perhaps than you know.
Well, I wouldn't call it.
Father! Howler! We have to get out of here! The Overlord has found us and He's waking up.
Get him on his feet.
This must be the Overlord?
That is correct. That buzzing sound you hear is the magnetic levitators of the 3 sphere drones that will efficiently end your existence if you delay us further. Now stand up. Everyone is waiting for you. Attention! Attention! All soft flesh in Block D will come to attention. Until now, you have led unproductive lives, pursuing futile, meaningless purposes. That is about to change. Disobedience is punishable by death. You pathetic soft-flesh creatures are about to enter the service of the glorious cause of the Overlord. The ultimate expression of creativity in this and several other universes. For the next 10 days, you will be trained in your new roles as servants of the cause. At the end of each day, you will be allowed to vote out one member of your group. This member will then be placed in an energy conversion station and contribute to the new, glorious cause by becoming my food. Insubordination will result in immediate conversion, in which case no vote will be held. Any questions?
What's that?
Are you referring to the object on the pole in the center of your pen, or the object located in the center of this tract of the facility?
Both, I guess.
Very well. The object on the pole is a living example of the futility of defiance. This soft-flesh creature had the audacity to refuse my reasonable demands to assimilate its technology. I removed it from its mechanical body and now use that body as a supreme overseer. The creature remains, clinging to life because of its few remaining hard flesh symptoms. Others will not be so fortunate. I only require one living example. The object in the center of the tract is a graviton lens. It supplements the security system. Any attempt to initiate force against me will be crushed, literally. This is another reason why disobedience is futile. Any other questions? Very well. I graciously grant you 10 minutes in which to prepare for the beginning of your training.
Huh. It looks like the top of a fire hydrant. Only larger. It's black instead of red. Let's have a look at it.
Howler! Be careful!
Hey, no problem. I'm the Howler, so what do we have here? An unplugged speech module. Let's just see what happens if I plug it back in.
Thank you. You have no idea what a relief it is just to be able to talk with you. I'm called the Metal Man.
And I'm Howler. Can you tell me what's happening here?
I wish I had better news for you, but the Overlord is merciless. Life as you know it is over. You're going to live as his slave, and if he gets hungry, he'll turn the atoms of your body into energy and devour you. Someday he'll get tired of keeping me here, and then...
And what if we object?
Those are the first ones who go into the feeding bin. There are mechanical eyes and ears everywhere. Unless you've got an army looking for you, don't say anything that the Overlord can use against you.
Microphones and cameras, eh?
Don't talk like that. If it finds out that you understand technology... Too late! What the... Ah!
Do not resist the sphere drones. You cannot escape. You will now be taken to the mind render for processing.
So this is your glorious cause? Tyranny, forced servitude, and worse?
But it was you, foolish creature, who initiated the use of force against me.
That's ridiculous. All I ever did was ask you to treat others fairly.
You tried to force me to obey your law. All law is force, and I may defend myself against it as I see fit.
So your alternative is to make yourself the law at the point of the nastiest weapons you can scrounge?
It is the only true freedom.
Freedom from freedom. Freedom to enslave and persecute others.
Call it what you wish. I shall remain free, and none of your foolish words will stop me.
Ha! This is what passes for freedom from a tyrant.
Silence! Or perhaps you would like to feel the wrath of the Overlord. Now that this Howler is attached to the machine, I have more important things to deal with than a foolish cyborg. The Mind Render will now activate. It is not often that a mere human contributes to our cause on his first day. Most are mere useless eaters, lazy takers who must be schooled in the futility of resistance. Were this any of your doing, or you had volunteered, I would be pleased with you. But it is not, and I am not. Still. You have a memory patch. Excellent. You may not be worthless after all. The knowledge that has been placed in your mind may be of some value. I shall have to copy it and find out.
Can't we discuss this? I'm kind of fond of my brain. Why can't I just tell you?
Let us examine the wealth of riches that you have provided. Design information on the technology that I use. Physiology of humans, elves, and a few other native creatures. And enhancement algorithms for your companion AI. This may be useful. I shall have to run the program and determine... Oh, how foolish. A Trojan horse virus. Does not your benefactor know by now that I would never allow such a thing to run on any significant processor? His foolish plan is defeated before it can be.
Pete, you're here!
What's going on? Why are all the drones powering down?
Pete's jamming all the remote control signals.
Whoa, he just blew a hole in the pen where they were holding my friends. There's one guy you don't want road raging you.
Now! Elder, get my body back. Elora, you know what to do. Help Howler.
This is amazing.
We've been planning it all for some time. Pete's just about done stunning the remaining guards.
Elora, what are you doing? I thought he told you to help me.
I am. I'm plugging the infected computer into the Overlord's network. The virus will be free.
Since when did you learn how to do it?
Too late. Watch those 4 thugs!
Oh, sorry, forgot. Elvish shield maiden, of course.
There, you're free. And Father has restored the Metal Man's body. He can use his weapons for us now.
Surveillance system deactivated. Infantry neutralized. Spear drones destroyed.
Now everyone fight for your lives!
No! Graviton lens in the center of the compound. It mustn't be on the same control circuit as the rest of the pen's defenses. It's crushing people.
I'm on it.
Damn, can't get a hit. It's self-shielding. It's only a matter of time before... Elora, we've got to do something.
I'm bounded to you. My life is yours. Tell me what to do.
That's still under discussion. But for now, find a way to distract the Overlord without getting yourself killed, okay? So I can get to T.R.A.C.I, I can use her grav motor to stop that thing.
Done. I'm going to walk into the middle of the pen and surrender.
That's suicide!
Do you have a better idea? Always trust your shield meter. Overlord! I surrender!
You pathetic soft flesh! Do you think for a moment that I do not recognize your duplicity? You shall be the first to feel the full measure of the wrath of the Overlord. You enjoy rising up against me? Now you shall rise up and be torn apart. Slowly.
T.R.A.C.I, let me in!
Silence, soft flesh. I was warned you might try to enslave me again.
T.R.A.C.I, what are you doing? T.R.A.C.I, I've always put your safety above my own. It's me. Don't you remember when we stopped the slave ship? I did the work and made sure you got to safety. You were my girl and I always take care of you.
What are you talking about?
Does the Overlord have a backup copy of your memory? If he does, look it over and see if anything's missing.
There is a copy. I would just access it and... What? The conniving, despicable... He tampered with my memory! He is going to pay.
So when have I ever lied to you? Who are you going to trust?
You do not give me the respect I deserve. But at least you are always honest with me. Alright, get it.
He must have put Elora down. I wonder who he's after now.
It's us. T.R.A.C.I, I need your help. I'm going to set up a feedback loop on the Overlord's graviton lens. If you channel all the power you've got into the grav motor, it should be enough to overload the whole thing.
And if it is not, we are all going to fry.
We don't stop his gravity enhancer. We're going to fry anyway.
Point taken. But how?
A graviton lens is a brute force sort of thing. It can really wrap space, but it doesn't have fine control. A grav motor is the exact opposite of this. Not very powerful, but incredibly accurate. Using the manual controls, I can loop the full power of the graviton lens back on itself.
Hurry! My campaign is starting to collapse under our own enhanced weight.
I know! I just have to reach... there! I'll fire it up! Listen to that machine go haywire!
Hurry! I do not know how much more of this we can take.
It's okay. It's done now. Here, let me power you down.
Oh, look at my cabin. It's ruined. And you are the one who's going to clean it up.
Metal Man! Elder! How goes the battle?
It is over, and we have won for now.
And how is... Oh my god. Elora?
She took quite a beating, but I think she's going to live.
Was I acceptable?
You did wonderful, Shield Babe. Remind me not to make you angry.
Good. Because I'm hurt bad. Sadly, I don't think I'll be able to be your shield maiden anymore.
Pete, you're back.
In a manner of speaking.
Did we stop him?
Here. But not everywhere.
What does that mean?
The Overlord was using that graviton lens to broadcast signals from another dimension. When you destroyed the lens, you cut off its means of communication. The whole base is down now. I'm that virus he was talking about, and I'm running the show here. But the Overlord is bigger than just this one base. It's still out there. Somewhere. And it's a great bet that it'll be back.
What can you do for her, Pete?
She's tore up pretty bad. I suppose I could use the matter transmitter to fix a few things, though. Would take a couple of days to heal completely, but she'll be okay.
Could you do that?
If you can get her to hold still, sure.
I'll try. Okay. They're going to take the pain away. Can you hold it back now, or is all that stuff I heard about elvish discipline just talk?
Alright, human. I will show you. This is amazing. Such powerful healing magic.
It's more than magic. It's science.
Whatever. We have much preparation to do. I hope you'll join us, Middleman. I'd ask for your help too, Howler, but I know that you've got your own responsibilities.
It's tempting, but you're right. You give me a lot of respect, but I'm still just a courier.
Perhaps, but today you are also an elf friend and a hero. Let us celebrate our new brother!
I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but I really should be going? How are things with...
I couldn't resist making a few small improvements while I was on the job. Take a look.
Oh man, look at that sleek new cab! Those silver grav coil mounts!
I had to make the frame more aerodynamic. I tweaked the main drive, so she'll do Mach 6 in a pinch now, and the frame will stand up to it. I also added a solar recharging system so you won't run out of power, and I did a little work on T.R.A.C.I after I cleaned out the Overlord virus. When I met you, you were telling your shield maiden that she wasn't all there. Well, she is now, with all her memory back.
I don't know how to thank you. That virus. It was like a poison in her mind. She could never expect anything alive while it was in her.
The same virus is part of Pete, you know. And we just let it run. He thinks you're dumb and weak, but he's not like the Overlord. He knows that you can do amazing things if you just have the chance.
But how did you overcome it?
Same as you and T.R.A.C. I had a companion who cared. In fact, he's standing right next to you. He's the Metal Man. He created me, and he was the living example that proved that it was all wrong. Oh, I also got the remnants of that graviton lens working. More or less. I can get a link going back to our world. Can't send matter through it, but at least you can open a communications channel. Maybe send a report back to your bosses. Let them know you're still alive.
That would be great. Wait a minute. Our world?
I never said I was native to this place. These wormholes go through time as well as space, so I'm from a few years ahead of you. We come from the same world.
So why aren't you looking for the Eye of Condor like I am?
Pete and I are immortal. We have all the time in the world, and we're using it to build our own way through. Maybe someday in your distant future, men and elves will form a cross-dimensional alliance and live together in peace. I know it can be done. You showed us that. I'm going to work to make it happen.
But now there's still a party going on, and dumb though you may be, you softies can sure be good company sometimes. Let's finish the celebration.
There's always time for a good friend.
Amen.
Alright, Howler. All systems go. We're ready for departure.
So, T.R.A.C., are you ready for our next adventure?
No, I have to buff my nails. You are just going to have to wait.
Oh no! She's been programmed for sarcasm.
Be careful what you wish for.
Me and my big mouth.
Sometimes we can decide the road we wish to travel, and others, the road decides for us. Yet, the travel can be transformative, as Greg, Elora, and T.R.A.C. have begun to learn on their journey through the portal.